Engines don't explode, they fade out. No warning lights, no smoke, no dramatic noise. Just quiet damage stacking up while everything feels fine. By the time a car reaches a repair shop, the failure has already happened miles ago. Scariest thing, teardown studies show over 70% of catastrophic engine failures give no immediate warning. Here's what most drivers never get told. Engines rarely die from one big mistake. They die from small things ignored. Heat that never cools, oil that stops protecting, moisture that never escapes, and airflow that slowly chokes performance. These problems don't feel urgent at the moment, but every mile quietly locks in a little more damage. In this video, I'll show you simple DIY fixes that stop that damage early, before it becomes a $3,000 to $6,000 lesson. And one of these, almost everyone does it, and almost everyone does it wrong. Number 13, when your engine can't breathe. Air is fuel's silent partner. And when airflow drops, the engine starts working harder than it should. There's no warning light for it, no dramatic sound, just an engine pulling against restriction, mile after mile, slowly wearing itself down. Independent airflow testing shows that a dirty air filter can reduce intake airflow by 15 to 20%. That restriction forces the engine to run richer to compensate. Rich mixtures don't burn cleanly. They create carbon that contaminates engine oil, shortening its protective life. The early signs are easy to overlook. Throttle response feels dull, fuel economy slips, oil turns dark sooner than expected. The engine feels strained, especially under load. The fix is quick and simple. Turn the engine off and open the air filter box. Remove the filter carefully if it's lightly dusty. Tap it gently and use low-pressure air from the clean side outward. If it's dark, oily, damp, or misshapen, replace it. Reinstall the filter securely and close the airbox tightly. Restoring proper airflow stabilizes the air-fuel ratio, reduces carbon buildup, and helps oil stay cleaner longer. Stay ahead and you protect engine life, while saving money on fuel and repairs that never have to happen. And next, there's a tiny sensor that doesn't restrict air at all. Yet one thin layer of dirt can make your engine fuel itself completely wrong. Number 12. When your engine is breathing, but guessing wrong. Airflow alone doesn't keep engines healthy. What matters is how accurately that airflow is measured by the muff sensor. When the data is wrong, the engine starts making bad decisions every second it runs. No warning light, no obvious failure, just fuel being miscalculated and damage quietly stacking up. Even light contamination on the muff sensor can skew readings by 10 to 20%, according to intake and fuel trim testing. When that happens, the engine runs rich, creating incomplete combustion and accelerating carbon buildup. You may feel inconsistent throttle response, rough idle, and drop in fuel economy. The fix is straightforward. Turn the engine off and locate the muff sensor. Unplug the connector. Remove the sensor using a screwdriver. Spray only muff-safe cleaner directly onto the element, never touch it. Let it air dry completely. Reinstall and reconnect. If it's faulty, disconnect the battery. Remove the old sensor. Install the new one in the same orientation. Reconnect the plug, then reconnect the battery. Accurate airflow data stabilizes fuel delivery, cleans up combustion, and protects oil quality. And next, there's another sensor that doesn't measure air at all. It measures pressure, and when it lies, engines start running hotter than they should. Number 11. When engine pressure turns against you. Engines don't just react to air, they react to pressure. Every time you press the throttle, the engine computer calculates load based on intake pressure. The MAP sensor tells the ECU how hard the engine is working. When that pressure data is wrong, the engine starts making decisions that quietly raise heat and stress, even though everything sounds normal. Testing in engine management systems shows that incorrect map readings can shift ignition timing and fuel delivery enough to raise combustion temperatures. A dirty or failing MAP sensor can make the engine think it's under heavier load than it really is. Drivers notice excess heat, faster acid formation in oil, and long-term stress on pistons, valves, and gaskets, often without triggering a warning light. To fix it, turn the engine off. Locate the MAP sensor on or near the intake manifold. Unplug the connector carefully. Remove the sensor, spray it gently with sensor-safe cleaner. No touching, no scrubbing. Let it air dry fully, then reinstall and reconnect. If cleaning doesn't restore performance, replacement is quick. Disconnect the battery. Remove the old sensor. Install the new one in the same position. Reconnect the plug. Reconnect the battery. Correct pressure data stabilizes timing, lowers unnecessary heat, and protects engine internals. And next, there's a part that doesn't lie with data at all. It physically sticks, forcing the engine to fight itself every time you press the gas. Number 10. When the throttle becomes a wall. Every time you press the gas, the engine expects one thing, a smooth opening. And what controls it? The throttle body controls. It measures how much air enters the engine based on your input. If it is dirty, that smooth motion turns into resistance. The throttle plate starts sticking just enough to confuse the engine, forcing it to constantly compensate while wearing itself down in the background. Testing on drivability systems shows that even minor carbon buildup can disrupt airflow and idle control, triggering constant ECU corrections. Those corrections increase carbon formation, dirty the intake faster, and accelerate oil contamination. The engine isn't broken, it's fighting restriction it shouldn't have. The fix is simple. Turn the engine off, remove the intake hose, spray throttle body safe cleaner onto a clean cloth. Gently wipe the throttle plate and bore, focusing on the edges. Don't force the plate and don't flood it. Reinstall the intake hose and secure all clamps. After cleaning, drivers notice smooth airflow, reduce ECU overcompensation, and stable idle and response. Fix it early and you save your engine and your wallet. And next, there's a tiny part that fires thousands of times a minute. And when it weakens, fuel starts washing engines from the inside. Number 9. When the spark can't finish the job. Every combustion cycle depends on one clean moment. The spark. When that spark weakens, combustion doesn't stop. It fails halfway. Fuel burns late, burns unevenly, or doesn't burn at all, and the damage begins in places you can't see. Engine durability testing shows that weak or incomplete ignition allows unburned fuel to wash past piston rings, thinning engine oil and reducing its protective film. Over time, that fuel wash accelerates ring wear, cylinder wall scuffing, and oil consumption long before a misfire code appears. If your car starts to feel rough, hesitate, or your fuel economy drops, your spark could be the problem. To fix it, let the engine cool, remove one spark plug at a time. Inspect for heavy carbon buildup, oil fouling, worn electrodes, or damage. If lightly fouled, clean it gently. If worn or damaged, replace it. Install using the correct torque and reconnect the coil or wire securely. Strong spark restores complete combustion, protects oil from dilution, and preserves internal engine surfaces. Ignore it, and repairs add up fast. Handle it early and you avoid thousands in wear-related damage. And next, there's a hidden restriction in the fuel system that raises heat and strain without ever cutting fuel completely. Number 8. When fuel flow can't keep up. Engines don't need more fuel, they need steady fuel. When delivery starts lagging, combustion quality drops, temperatures rise, and the engine is forced to work harder just to maintain normal performance. Nothing shuts down, nothing alerts you. The stress just keeps building. Fuel filters are designed to keep debris out of injectors while maintaining consistent pressure. As they clog, fuel flow becomes restricted, increasing combustion temperature. That extra heat shortens oil life and adds wear to pistons, valves, and injectors. The effects creep in gradually. Acceleration feels weak under load. High-speed driving feels strained. Power delivery becomes uneven. The fix is simple. Turn the engine off. Locate the fuel filter, inline or under the vehicle depending on design. Note the flow direction. Disconnect the lines, install the new filter, secure all connections, and check for leaks. Restoring proper fuel flow stabilizes combustion temperatures, protects injectors, and reduces internal stress. Ignore it, and heat-driven damage adds up fast. Handle it early and you save both your engine and your wallet. And next, there's a small valve that decides whether moisture escapes your engine or turns into sludge inside it. Still with me? Good, because what comes next isn't loud or obvious. It's what happens inside the engine. If you're getting value from these engine-saving DIYs, hit like and subscribe. Now let's talk about what happens when that moisture has nowhere to go. Number 7. When moisture gets trapped inside. Every engine creates moisture. The danger isn't that it exists, it's when it can't escape. When vapors and blow-by gases stay trapped inside the engine, oil chemistry breaks down and sludge starts forming where you'll never see it. That's the job of the PCV. It routes moisture, fuel vapors, and pressure out of the crankcase so they can be burned safely. When the valve sticks or clogs, those contaminants stay in the oil. Engine teardown studies repeatedly link failed PCV systems to sludge buildup, stuck piston rings, oil leaks, and accelerated bearing wear, especially in vehicles driven on short trips. The early clues don't feel dramatic. Oil gets dirty faster, small leaks appear, idle may feel slightly rough, oil consumption creeps up. To fix it, Turn the engine off, locate the PCV valve. Remove it and shake it. If it doesn't rattle freely, replace it. Check the hoses for cracks, softness, or sludge and replace any that look compromised. PCV valves are inexpensive and cleaning shortcuts aren't worth the risk. And next, there's one fluid driver stretch far too long, even though its protective power fades quietly long before the mileage says it should. Number 6. When oil stops protecting metal. Oil doesn't protect forever. At some point, it turns against your engine. The engine still runs fine. No warning lights, no dramatic symptoms, but mile by mile, heat, fuel, and moisture break oil down until it can no longer do its real job. Protect metal from metal. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Engine oil relies on additives to neutralize acids, suspend contaminants, and maintain a protective film. But as it ages, it becomes contaminated and reduces its protection capability by up to 40%, even if the oil level looks normal. Once additives are depleted, sludge begins bonding to surfaces, and wear accelerates fast, especially in high heat and short trip driving. Changing oil can reverse these and protect your engine. Change the oil on time using the correct specification. Replace the filter every time. No additives, no shortcuts, just fresh oil doing what it was designed to do. Clean oil suspends contaminants, neutralizes acids, and prevents sludge from bonding. Ignore it, and repairs snowball into thousands. Stay ahead of it, and you save your engine and your wallet. And next, there's a fluid many drivers never test, even though when it fails, metal starts boiling from the inside. Number 5. When coolant stops protecting metal. Coolant isn't just there to keep temperatures down, it's your engine's chemical shield. And when that chemistry breaks down, metal starts paying the price. The engine may never overheat, never trigger a warning light, and still be suffering internal corrosion every time it warms up. Coolant relies on corrosion inhibitors to protect aluminum, steel, and rubber components. Lab testing shows that over time those inhibitors deplete, allowing acids to form and metal surfaces to corrode. Old coolant also loses heat transfer efficiency, creating localized hotspots that stress head gaskets, water pumps, and cylinder heads. The damage is slow, but it's relentless. Check coolant condition in the reservoir. If it looks cloudy, rusty, or hasn't been changed on schedule, it's time. Drain the old coolant, flush the system if recommended, and refill with the correct type and mixture. Bleed air properly. Fresh coolant restores corrosion protection, stabilizes temperatures, and protects seals and metal surfaces. Ignore it and repairs stack up fast. Handle it early and you save your engine and your wallet. And next, there's a drivetrain issue that quietly forces engines to work harder than they ever should. Number 4. When the drivetrain makes the engine suffer. Engines aren't always damaged by what's inside them. Sometimes it's what they're dragging. When the drivetrain doesn't transfer power cleanly, the engine is forced to work harder just to move the car forward. That extra effort creates heat, stress, and wear long before anything feels broken. When transmission fluid breaks down or the levels drop, clutches begin to slip. That slip may be subtle, but it increases engine load every time you accelerate. Higher load means higher temperatures, faster oil breakdown, and added stress on internal components. Drivers usually notice delayed shifts, soft engagement, or a loss of smoothness, but they chalk it up to age or driving style. The fix is straightforward. Check transmission fluid level and condition using the manufacturer's procedure. If it's dark, burnt-smelling, or low, service it properly. Fluid and filter if applicable. Don't overfill. Don't mix fluid types. Follow the correct interval. Restoring proper drivetrain operation reduces engine load, stabilizes temperatures, and slows internal wear. Ignore it, and the engine continues working overtime, along with the transmission, until repair costs explode. Take care of it early and you protect both systems and keep thousands in your pocket. And next, there's a computer habit that quietly makes dirty engines wear themselves out even faster. Number 3. When the engine brain remembers the wrong things. Your engine has a memory, but sometimes that memory works against you. Modern engine computers constantly adapt to wear, dirt, and sensor drift. They learn how to keep the engine running despite problems. The issue is, once those bad conditions are fixed, the engine often keeps using the old compensations, quietly adding stress where it doesn't belong. When sensors are dirty, airflow is restricted, or fuel delivery is off, the ECU adjusts fuel trims, idle control, and timing to cope. Over time, those adjustments stack up. Data from drivability diagnostics shows that long-term fuel trims can drift far enough to increase heat, carbon buildup, and oil contamination, even after the original problem is gone. The engine isn't broken, it's confused. The fix is simple and free. After major maintenance, cleaning sensors, fixing airflow issues, replacing parts, reset the engine's learned values. Disconnect the battery for the recommended time or use a scan tool reset. Then drive normally and let the ECU relearn under clean conditions. This clears unnecessary compensations, balances fuel delivery, and reduces hidden stress. Ignore it, and the engine keeps fighting problems that no longer exist. And next, there's a driving habit that actually cleans engines from the inside, yet most people avoid it completely. Number 2. When carbon never gets burned off. Short trips leave a mess behind. Every cold start creates moisture and carbon, but if the engine never gets fully hot, those contaminants stay trapped inside. The car runs, everything feels normal, yet deposits quietly build up in the combustion chambers, exhaust, and oil. Engines are designed to clean themselves, but only under the right conditions. Sustained operating temperature raises exhaust heat high enough to evaporate moisture and burn off carbon deposits. Data from emissions and engine durability testing shows higher exhaust temperatures help reduce condensation, limit sludge formation, and slow carbon buildup in both the combustion chamber and exhaust system. Without that heat, deposits accumulate faster than most people expect. This usually shows up subtly. The engine feels lazy, fuel economy slips, idle isn't as smooth, cold starts feel rougher. Nothing is broken, just dirty inside. Here's the simple fix. Warm the engine fully, then drive at steady highway speeds for 15 to 20 minutes. Keep RPMs moderate but consistent. No redlining, no hard acceleration, just sustained heat doing its job. This can be done once every week or two, especially for city-driven vehicles. That heat dries moisture, burns soft carbon deposits, and helps oil stay cleaner longer. Skip it, and carbon and condensation keep stacking up, slowly shortening engine life. Do it regularly and you reduce internal buildup while saving money on future repairs. And next, there's something touching the road that quietly forces engines to work harder every single mile. Number 1. When the road pushes back too hard. Every mile your engine travels, it's pushing against the road. And when that resistance is higher than it should be, the engine pays for it in heat, stress, and wasted fuel. Underinflated tires don't feel dramatic. The car still moves fine, but the engine is working harder than it was ever designed to. Tire and fuel economy testing shows that underinflated tires can reduce fuel efficiency by 3 to 10% and significantly increase rolling resistance. That extra drag forces the engine to produce more torque just to maintain speed, raising operating temperatures and accelerating wear. Over time, that constant extra load contributes to faster oil breakdown and long-term engine stress. The early signs are easy to dismiss. The car feels slightly sluggish. Fuel economy slowly drops. Steering feels heavier. Nothing points directly to the engine, yet the engine is the one absorbing the punishment. The fix is fast and free. Check tire pressure when tires are cold. Use the pressure listed on the door jamb, not the tire sidewall. Inflate all tires evenly, including the spare if applicable. Recheck monthly, and always before long trips or temperature changes. Proper tire pressure reduces rolling resistance, lowers engine load, stabilizes temperatures, and improves fuel economy immediately. Ignore it, and the engine works overtime every single drive. Stay on top of it, and you protect one of the most expensive parts of your car while keeping more money in your pocket. And that's the final piece. Because engines don't just wear from the inside, they wear from everything working against them. Engines don't fail from one big mistake. They fail from small stress repeated over time. These DIYs stop wear before it becomes permanent. They protect oil, control heat, and keep internal parts working as designed. Skip them, and repairs stack up later. Stay ahead of them, and you avoid costs that can exceed the value of the car. That's the difference between an engine that just runs and one that lasts. If this helped, hit like and subscribe and comment which DIY you'll do first.